Hello everyone, check this question. This question was asked for NTA NET or JRF for December 2019. From among the following satyagrahas, which was not led by Mahatma Gandhi? Option A, Satyagraha in Kedah. B, Satyagraha against Rowlatt Bill. C, Mahas Sweet Water Tank Satyagraha. And option D, Vaikum Satyagraha. What's your answer? Hello guys, welcome to History for Exams, and this is part 2 of how to crack UGC NET or JRF in history. And in this session we'll be discussing the syllabus of history for UGC NET. We can start. First of all, we have to understand what the syllabus exactly demands. For that, we can split this part into two. One is Indian history and the other one is certain additional point that you have to remember. In Indian history, you have to cover the portions from ancient Indian history, medieval Indian history and modern Indian history. And there are certain additional topics such as historical method, research methodology and historiography. The link of the syllabus is given in the description box below. You can refer that. And here we will be having a quick understanding of the syllabus. First of all, the syllabus deals as concepts, the ideas and the terms for NET preparation. The concepts, ideas and terms. There are certain examples given here such as Bharatvarsha, Sabhan Samiti, Varnashrama, Vedanta, Purushartha, Rina, Samskaras, Yajnas, Ganarajya Janapada, Doctrine of Karma. On other part we can see Khilafat, Sulhi Kul, Turkani Chahalgani, Watan, Baluta, Takawi, Ikta, Jizya, etc. and etc. It is very important to study this part since many questions are asked frequently from this region. More importantly, the concept related questions are and the terms related questions are asked from this region. So this part cannot be avoided while you are studying for this examination. And the detailed syllabus covering these areas are given in the syllabus, given in the description box below. The syllabus has been divided into 10 units. And for the convenience of study, we are divided into ancient, medieval and modern Indian histories. And first of all, let's understand what all topics comes under ancient India. In ancient India, we can see three important units. The first unit deals with certain sources from ancient India and most importantly from prehistoric to 6th century BC. We know that from prehistoric to 6th century BC, there covers most important topics such as the Stone Age man, Indus Valley civilization, the post-Indus period, that is the Vedic culture, and the beginning of Buddhism and Jainism or the Mahajanapadas in 6th century BC. The unit 2 or the second part of this chapter covers from the regions of Magadha to Harsha period, covering the most important features such as the Magadha, the Mauryan Empire, the post-Mauryan period from 2nd century BC to 3rd century AD, and the Gupta period and the Harsha period. The unit 3 of ancient 3 covers from the post-Harsha to covering the early medieval period till the Delhi Sultanate, where we can start medieval period. The details of each is given in the syllabus. You can refer that. Now let's read a question asked in December 2019 exam. The earliest evidence of crop production has been found at which of the following Neolithic sites of Indian subcontinent? Option A, Kiligal Muhammad. Option B, Kordiji. Option C, Mehi. Option D, Mahargarh. And it was an easy question and the answer was option D, Mahargarh, where we can see the earliest evidence of crop production. Now let's move to the units of medieval Indian history. We already know that the medieval Indian history covers certain dynasties or the Muslim dynasties such as the Delhi Sultanate, the Mughal history and in between Vijayanagara and Bahmani Sultans most importantly. The unit 1 of this topic covers certain political history of these people and the unit 5 deals with all the administrative and the economic aspect of these people. Unit 6 covers the society and culture during the medieval period such as the Sufi culture and Bhakti movement etc. Now let's look at a question from this region that was asked for December 2019. In the Mansabdari system, Do-Aspa Sihaspa was introduced by Emperor Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb. And the answer was option C, Shah Jahan. Coming to the modern Indian history, we can say unit 7, 8 and 9. In unit 7, it says that the topics covers till 19th century, especially till the revolt of 1857. And the unit 8 covers certain topics such as the colonial economy and reaction to that, such kind of tribal and peasant movements happened in India. And the unit 9, that is most important topic and part that covers the entire national movement and the post-independent period till 1991. Now let's look into a question that was asked from modern Indian history. From among the following satyagrahas which was not led by Mahatma Gandhi? Satyagraha in Kedah, Satyagraha against Rowlatt Bill, Mahad Sweeps Water Tank Satyagraha and Vaikam Satyagraha. And the answer is option C. The Kheda, the Rowlatt Bill and Vaikam Satyagraha that was led under the leadership of Gandhi itself, and the Mahad Satyagraha that was conducted under the leadership of Dr. Bhimarao Ambedkar. Finally, coming to the last topic, that is historiography. Generally, we term it as historiography. It covers many important topics and certain are given here, such as sources in history, trends in historical research, historiography, Renaissance and its impact on writing, certain part of world history, and comes certain theories such as scientific materialism of Marx, cyclical theory of history by Oswald Spengler, etc., and certain other topics. And we can see one question from this region that was asked for December 2019 itself. From among the following statements regarding the precautions a historian must observe, which one is not correct? As you said, most of the people will ignore this topic. And what is the answer of this question? Options are like this. He should not introduce in the text what is not said by the author. Facts obtained by the direct examination of the document must not be confused with the results obtained by reasoning. If the reasoning leaves any doubt, conclusion should be drawn by constructive imagination. The historian should not invent what is not already existing. Your turn to answer this question. I am leaving this to you. You can answer and you can comment this answer in the comment box below. And that's all for the day. We'll be coming with more videos. And next time onwards, we'll be having certain kind of surprises. And it is advised to go through the syllabus before starting your preparation. Do that. If you like this session, you can like it, subscribe and share among your friends. And your valuable feedbacks are important and you can comment it also. Thank you.